Hello and welcome to another Pokemon Showdown live battle. I'm not Orangejuice, and today, or rather this time, I'm going to have a uh, Generation 6 Pokebank OU battle. And I actually brought my Mono Poison team just to see how it fares in regular OU environment. And I just got curious. Maybe I'll do well, maybe I won't. So we're going up against Cookie Cats here. And speaking of Cookie Cats, she recently made a YouTube channel. You should go check her out. I'll put the link in the description. And Cookie Cats is also the person that made my channel art. So big shout out, super thank you. You are awesome. And I guess all that's left is to get the battle started. So I think I'm going to lead off with my Crobat, and she's going to lead off with the Landorus Therian. And I'm not too concerned, but seeing that it's called Suicide Lead, I'm assuming it's going to set up Stealth Rock, so I'm going to taunt it first. This may be a really bad idea, but it turned out well. I'm in a pretty good position. Now I'm going to U-turn out into my Nidoking, predicting him to go for the Stone Edge, and I think it's going to be a pretty good day, except nope, it's going to go for the Hidden Power Ice, and now I'm at a slightly worse position than I was before. Now, I would go for the Ice Beam, but I think she's predicting me to predict her, so I'm not sure how deep we should go in terms of that. Perhaps no, it's too early for predictions. I'm just gonna go for the Ice Beam, and that's going to take the Landorus out, and I'm glad I did that because otherwise, my Nidoking would be dead, and that would be taking out my Scarfer, and losing my Scarfer early on would have been very catastrophic, especially because Nidoking's like the only thing in this team that resists, what's his face? Rock. So in comes the Greninja, and Greninja's such a versatile Pokemon, you can't even counter it that well, but I have the Tentacruel, and usually those things can't do much to a Tentacruel unless they have extra sensory. So that makes me a bit angry. I'm gonna go into my Drapion because why not? And now I guess I'll just have to kill that thing. And my preferred method is Crunch, I guess. So I'm gonna go for the Crunch. And the Hydro Pump isn't going to do that much to me because I have an Assault Vest. And now I guess I'm just gonna go back to Tentacruel and perhaps just sack it. Although I'm not sure how much of a good idea that is. I'm just gonna do it anyway because I want to preserve my Drapion just for now, just to see what happens. The Tentacruel goes down, not that much of a biggie. And now I'll just have to get rid of the Greninja, and Crobat should be able to do the job because it's so fast. Just in case it switches though, I'm going to go for the No, I'm not going to do that because that gives her the switch advantage. So I'm just going to go for the Brave Bird, and actually that thing is faster. I need to do more research. If I remember correctly, Crobat has 130 base speed and Greninja has like 120 something. Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong. Whatever. I don't even know, but I guess Crobat wasn't going to be doing too much else in the battle, though it would have been nice against that Avalugg. So I think I'm going to go into something that can counter Scizor, because I think the Scizor is going to be coming in, and I think Gengar might actually be the one that I want. I hate this part of the game where you just have to find out what the other person's going to do. And yeah, I think Gengar's going to be the choice today. And in comes the Diggersby. Diggersby though. And Focus Blast should be doing... Actually, Focus Blast is basically super effective against the rest of her team. So given that this doesn't miss and given that that thing is not scarfed, I should be fine. But there's no guarantee that either one of those are not true, so whatever. YOLO. I'm gonna go for the Focus Blast. Thankfully, I hit the Diggersby, and the Diggersby dies without even being able to show off its huge power. Now in comes the Exploud, and judging by the way it came in like that, I'm assuming it's Scarfed. And I don't care. I'm gonna go for the Focus Blast. And I hit yet again, and the Exploud goes down as well, so things are looking pretty good. The only things left in her team are that Scizor and that Avalugg, and I'm not that concerned about Avalugg, but this thing I'm pretty concerned about. I'm just gonna go for the Focus Blast, and it's going to hit, thankfully, but now it's gonna go for a Swords Dance, and that means a lot of things. First of all, that thing's going to be able to massacre my entire team, is one. So actually, I'm going to preserve my Gengar for now. I'm going to rather have my Drapion dead, because it gives me more time to think, basically. Drapion wasn't going to be doing much to either the Scizor or the Avalugg, because Avalugg is a defensive beast, and, well, Scizor has Bullet Punch, as you just saw. Now, Venusaur, perhaps, will be able to take a hit from Scizor and then retaliate with a Earthquake, and perhaps that's enough to kill it. I don't think it will be, and if it's not, I've probably lost the match, but I think it's my only chance at this point. So I'm going to Mega Evolve. I'm going to go for the Earthquake. It's not going to kill, and Bug Bite's going to take me down low enough that a Bullet Punch will be able to kill me, so that sucks. That sucks a lot. Now, I don't think there's much else I can do. I've pretty much lost the game here, which is disappointing to say the least. But again, Cookie Cats is an amazing battler and an amazing person in general, I suppose, so not much I can do about that. I'm just gonna go for the Earth Power, hope for the best, but the best does not happen because I die. And my last Pokemon is a Gengar, which unfortunately does not have a Focus Sash, so that sucks. I'm just gonna have to go for the Focus Blast, but of course I never get the chance to do that because the Scizor is going to sweep my team, and that is going to be GG. So maybe it wasn't that much of a good idea to use my Mono team, but whatever, things happen. Let's go on to our next battle. Here we are in the next battle. We're going against MacMush47, and his team looks like it has come, I'm going to say somewhere around the 6th or 7th circle of hell. And in case you didn't know, there are 9 circles in hell according to Dante's Inferno, and in the 9th circle of hell, that's where Lucifer resides. So the 9th circle is reserved for the evilest of Pokemon teams. But, I mean, this one's in the 6th or 7th, so that's pretty evil, if I may say so. Now, scariest thing on that team, probably the Cloyster. I don't have much for that, so I'm going to have to decide what to do pretty soon. And I think what I'm going to do is... Oh my god, I just realized I don't have any priority on this team. Well, I guess it can't be helped. I'm going to lead off with my Crobat because it seems like the safest bet. In comes the Landorus Therian, and I'm just going to taunt it because Stealth Rocks, I don't like him. And even if my Crobat ends up dying, I'll just die in peace. With the nice knowledge that Stealth Rocks weren't set up, which is, to be honest, not that much of a good thing, to be honest. But we'll see. I go for the taunt. It can't use Stealth Rock after the taunt. How excellent. Now I'm just going to go for the U-turn and go into the Nidoking, much in the same way I did in the last battle, except you're going to switch into the Rotom Wash. So now I get to decide what kills that Rotom Wash, and I think my Venusaur is pretty good, but okay, I'm going to go into Venusaur hoping that that thing does not have Will-O-Wisp, but if it does, then it's going to be a bad day. But by the looks of things, that thing does not have Will-O-Wisp because no leftovers recovery, and that means it probably has a choice item. So I'm going to Mega Evolve, and that thing's probably going to use Volt Switch and go into either Talonflame or the Landorus. Or maybe even the... what's that thing called? The Aegislash. And to be honest, it's too early in the game to tell anything, so I'm just going to go for the Petal Blizzard. Yep, it's going to go for the Volt Switch, and we'll find out what it's going to go into. And, yeah. Any of those things are pretty capable of destroying me pretty easily. And I can't do much about it, I guess. And you may have noticed that I'm a bit more quiet in this video than I am usually in other videos, and that is because it's late at night and I don't want to wake anyone up, basically. And in comes the Cloyster, takes a Petal Blizzard to the face, and another Petal Blizzard should be able to remove the rest of its face, basically. So I'm going to go for Petal Blizzard. Icicle Spear isn't going to be doing too much to me because I have that Thick Fat. And I'm just glad I got rid of that Cloyster. But sadly, Venusaur, or rather Venusaur, hahaha. No, my Venusaur is at a pretty low amount of health, and that's sort of lamentable, let's say. But now in comes the Talonflame, and I just realized I don't have it much in my team to go against that Talonflame either. So this Mono Poison team, weak to a lot of things, I guess, basically. I think I'm just going to go into my Tentacruel, because my Tentacruel should be able to take a hit, sorta. Yep, it doesn't even, like, Brave Bird doesn't even 2-hit KO it, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. There's no reason for me to set up Toxic Spikes, and all things considered, probably the Rotom's coming in, so should I predict that and go into something that can readily try to dispatch of the Rotom? And the answer to that is probably no. I'm too lazy to do that. I'm just going to go for the Scald. The Rotom does indeed come in, and I went for the Scald hoping for the burn, but that did not happen. I'm gonna have to go into my Nidoking to... No, wait, okay, that turned out for the better. Because I was thinking maybe he would predict me to switch into Nidoking and go for Hydro Pump, but that did not happen. And if I am correct, and that thing is indeed Scarfed or Specs or whatever the hell that is, probably Scarf, he's going to have to switch into something. And looking at all his team, I can't go for Sludge Wave. He has 2 Steel types. But then I don't want to go for Earth Power because he has 2 Flying types. I might want to go for Fire Blast. That does honestly seem like the best move. And I am just gonna go with it. Let's go for Fire Blast. And what the hell? The Rotom stayed in. And, oh, okay, well, you can go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna go for another Fire Blast. Or I could predict the Talonflame to come in and go into something that can get rid of it immediately. Except I don't have anything that resembles that sort of thing, so I'm just gonna have to go for another Fire Blast, basically. And predictions are in the air. It's a very, very beautiful evening. The birds are not chirping in the outside, and it was snowing, but it's not snowing anymore, so there's that. There's not much I can do. I'm just rambling because there's not much else to say. But hey, it's worth mentioning that my opponent has a Rotom, which, to be honest, I sorta like. So, just putting that out there. And nope, apparently that thing's like expert belted or something, because it decides to go for the Hydro Pump. And I've been tricked, basically. Now, there's really not much I can do at this point. And that saddens me. I'm going to go into my Gengar and go for a Shadow Ball. Or a Sludge... No, Shadow Ball, because Shadow Ball hits everything for neutral at the very least. Right? Right. I'm going to go for Shadow Ball. It's going to hurt something. And if that something happens to be this Rotom Wash, then this Rotom Wash is going to die, as you just saw. Yeah, it's a sad day for Rotom Wash. Because Rotom was a very good household appliance, to be honest. But now in comes this Excadrill. And I'm assuming it has Mold Breaker because it's not a Sandstorm team, in which case I'm expecting the Earthquake to come in. And I'm not sure, should I switch to Crobat? Because if it goes for Swords Dance, then that's not good. Actually, I outspeed anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to assume it's going to go for the Earthquake. I'm going to go into Crobat. And actually, in comes the Landorus, so that's odd. Well, I'm going to predict it to go for Stone Edge, predicting me to go for the Taunt, predicting him to go for the Stealth Rocks. And that doesn't really help, because nothing in my team can take a Stealth Rock. No, not a Stealth Rock, a Stone Edge. What the hell am I talking about? I think I might just go for a Brave Bird, see how much that... No, wait. He intimidated me. I'm just gonna go for a Taunt. For the same reasons I specified in the beginning of this battle. Or the beginning of the last battle. Or whatever, to be honest. I don't know. But we'll see how that works. And fastest Pokemon with Intimidate, Mega Manectric, Mega Manectric, Mega Manectric. Okay, there we go. I think I got that answer. Did I get it? I probably didn't. Whatever. And I did get the answer. Yay! Yay for trivia. Okay. If you didn't understand any of the things I said there, never mind. I'm just chatting because why the hell not? And so the Landorus apparently went for a U-turn, and that was interesting. I'm gonna go for the Taunt on this Aegislash so that it can't autotomize. Okay, I was expecting Swords Dance, King's Shield, and all that stuff, but apparently not. This thing has autotomize for some goddamn reason. I'm gonna go for U-turn, and I'm assuming it went for either Shadow Claw or Sacred Sword, either of which should be countered by Drapion. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Drapion. I'm pretty sure you can't do much to a Drapion. You have Flash Cannon! Ouch! Critical hit. Don't do that. That's mean. And I would go for Crunch, but you still have that Landorus. I don't care, I'm just gonna go for the Crunch. In comes the Landorus, intimidates me. I go for the Crunch, and things are looking pretty sad. I'm just gonna go for a No, I'm just gonna keep going for Crunch, basically. And finally, that thing sets up Stealth Rocks, and that makes me sad, sort of. I'm gonna go for Aqua Tail this time, except I die to an Earthquake, so maybe it's a bit too late for that. And I think I've lost this match, because basically, a Mono Poison team can't do much to a Landorus. And it's such a shame my Nidoking had to die. You know what? I'm gonna go into Gengar. That thing can't do too much to a Gengar, and a Shadow Ball should be doing massive amounts of damage to anything that decides to switch in, basically. So, we're basically going to see what's going to happen. Shadow Ball takes it down to 2%, which is sort of sad. And I really wish that had killed it, because that would have simplified the situation so much. In comes the Excadrill. I'm just going to go for a Shadow Ball. I don't even give a crap at this point. The balloon pops, which is cool, but the Earthquake is going to kill me. And indeed, that thing was Air Balloon, so there's that. Now, my Crobat can outspeed both the Excadrill and the Landorus. More importantly, the Landorus, because the Landorus will have to die soon. But, I can't kill this Excadrill, can I? That's sort of sad. I'm going to hope that my Tentacruel is somehow faster than that Excadrill. And if that does not end up happening, then I probably lost the match. And this is probably also going to be the first video where I lose both of the battles that I record. So yeah, there's always a first for everyone. And actually, you decide to switch out. And I question your sanity. Why would you do that? Are you going to switch into Talonflame? Don't. Oh my god. Why would you go into Aegislash? I'm going to go for Scald, hoping to get a burn. And I do not get a burn. I get Shadow Balled instead. And that is awesome. I just realized that's a special Aegislash. I wonder why I didn't realize it before when it used Flash Cannon, but yeah, wow. I haven't thought of using that. I guess it's because it doesn't have the priority, but I should consider using one of those. That aside, I'm pretty screwed. I'm just gonna go for another Scald, and once I die, I'm going to be pretty sad slash happy because now I can go into my Venusaur, and maybe, just maybe, I can set up. Just maybe. I'm going to go for Synthesis first, and that should be the first step to success, if this is the correct path I'm walking, that is. And Synthesis, thankfully, works. And I get a special defense drop. That's a bit problematic. I'm not... I mean... Oh, God. Now Shadow Ball is going to be doing more damage to me than I recover. And I might as well just kill that thing while I'm faster. And sadly, Talonflame will be able to desecrate my beautiful Venusaur, and that's going to be really sad because that means I've also lost the match. Also, Talonflame went for Bulk Up, which is annoying. Very, very annoying. So I'm going to go for Synthesis, except now you're going to go for the Brave Bird, kill my Venusaur, and the last thing left is my Crobat, which is also going to be going down to one of those attacks from Talonflame. Which is sort of sad because this is my Mono Poison team. It could have been so much better. But that is going to be GG, and that is going to be the end to this rather long video, I presume. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, a comment, or a subscription. And basically, how do I usually end these videos anyway? Oh, right. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. No, really, this is the part where you leave. I'm not going anywhere, but you are. Suit yourself.